which is all good. So, you know, and then we've got next on the docket before we've got this one. So we've got Joshua versus Franklin, been announced for April. What is it? What's the date, guys?
April 1st.
April 1st. Yeah.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day. I know. We're waiting for Ashton Kutcher to jump out. You know,
the joke's on Dillian because he thought he was getting the fight, I guess.
Yeah, I heard he's moaning. I haven't really.
Yes. Fight AJ, man.
I've just scrolled.
Yeah, he pissed.
Yeah, he angry. He thought he was getting it.
Upset.
He must be mad.
He said that AJ is protected, didn't he?
You think AJ, AJ can't have it both ways. You know, we're saying that if he wants to get back in the ring with to reclaim the belts, we want him to have a few. We want to have a few testers. You know what I mean? Don't get a hard fight. Dillian Whyte should be avoided at all costs.
I don't think he should be avoided because he got beat in his heyday.
Yeah, but you say he did heyday. The fact is, Dillian Whyte has still got a puncher's chance.
But he's not being avoided. He's just not going first. He's not offered money.
But if I was AJ, I wouldn't go anywhere near Dillian Whyte for this fight. I'll fight Franklin and then fight Frank because the other day I'll fight Franklin.
That guy, stop. That. Stop.
Yeah. He already beat him.
Yeah, no, you already beat him, but again, it's still like an awkward fight for AJ.
No,
I'd rather
not.
fight Franklin.
It's a punch.
Nah,
10%. That's a 10% possibility that he even wins. No, Dillian Whyte is on slide big time, slid down. He's so slided down. That AJ beat him. No, I won't allow.
I give Dillian a puncher's chance in a rematch. That's it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. The punch something good, but this guy he's fighting. This guy's AJ wins comfortably, doesn't he?
Ruiz, a black Andy Ruiz. At least he's got fast hands. He's younger than AJ. Yeah. He's only got one loss. You know, and he gave Dillian Whyte a good run for his money. And some people said that he beat Dillian Whyte. So you know,
you just basically got the tactic book out for AJ. Simple. If he's what you say is black Andy Ruiz, well, do what you did in December 2019.
Yeah, that's why.
Use it for target passes, long range target pass.
It's going to be interesting to see, how AJ. But I don't think that he's going to be.
If I was AJ, I'll get a win on points and just get out of there.
No, because we don't want to go out like how Dillian Whyte did. That was an unimpressive win. AJ's coming out to being devastated. He's going to have to knock to do that. He's going to have to stop to do.
Why?
Take those points.
We don't want AJ losing. We want AJ because when he fights at a good level, we want AJ to be able to fight differently.
Bro, he's knocked out everyone except for 2 people.
Yeah, I know, but
it's not like the ratio of he's got more higher knockout ratios than people that he hasn't knocked out. So why are we jumping on the 2 people he hasn't knocked out than the fucking 26 people he's knocked out? No, we're going to go with the laws of averages. He knocks people out. So we're going with he'll knock out Franklin. Why are we going with all of a sudden because he went the distance with Alexander Usyk twice, pound for pound king, that all of a sudden he can't knock people out anymore? How?
He can knock people out. But
we know
who's his trainer? Who's his trainer?
Derek James.
Derek James.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Who he's got Errol Spence and he's got who's the unified champ at 147 or maybe 154 now. And Jamal Charlo, the undisputed champ. So whatever way he picks.
When AJ wins this, who's he fight next?
They said they've still got Dillian Whyte and maybe Deontay Wilder as well. But he said he wouldn't mind. It was supposed to be the tune-up, who is this geezer, who's this. Maybe Dillian Whyte and a Deontay Wilder. Or maybe he said he would like a Deontay Wilder and a Tyson Fury all in one year. The realisticness of that happening, no. That's not. So, let's just stop with that. But, I mean, they've never taken Dillian Whyte out of the runnings. They've just taken him out of being the first guy to fight. Dillian Whyte thought he was going to be the first guy to fight coming off that thingy.
Needs a bit longer break anyway. He's only just fought in November, didn't he?
Yeah, but he said he's ready. But Dillian White is ready for a payday and a cash out. You know, he's Dillian White. Let's just have it right. I think Dillian White is he's done. Where's my payday? Where are you, Canelo? We need to pay you because this is what these guys want. They just want payday. They want payday. Where are you? Did my payday go? Where did you go? Where did you go? I want to know. Look, payday is left. Oh, there you are, Canelo. I thought you'd left the building. I thought you were my friend, Canelo.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Yeah, Dillian White knows he ain't got no more. He said he's got more fights in him. Cool, but there seems to be a rumbles in the jungle that, you know, another one that said, "See you later, Eddie." But the Skybox really the Skybox haven't announced signing him. He's not tied to Eddie Hearn. So if anything, they would be in their right to snap up Dillian White right now. But you know why they haven't? Because of the unimpressive win. And they can see it. If I can see Dillian White's on the slide, why would I pay money to have him on my books? They've done the same thing.
Kenny Ken, I'm not into what do you call it? Putting bubble wrap around a fighter. If Joshua going in your fight, who you gotta fight? You know what I'm saying? I understand they talking about this rebranding and all of this and all of this, but you know, they still fighters at the end of the day.
I just, you know, when I look at AJ and I look at his career, I look at, obviously there's the entertainment value that we get with AJ, but I just look at, you know, when I look at him with boxing, I don't know, there's no such thing as a last chance saloon in boxing, but you know, I don't know, mate. He's had 2 goals already. He's been a world champion for a good few years. He's given everything to boxing. I just think that he's looking at one last title shot, and we may not see him again. So I just, you know, I would like to see, you know, his next shot at the title and his next be more managed than it was before. Because I look at he was because he lost with Ruiz, he had to get that title back really quickly, and then when he lost the first time to Usyk, I understand he wanted a rematch, but in hindsight, you know, one of the best words in the English dictionary. Maybe in hindsight, he should have had one or two tune-up fights before he got that rematch. And I'm looking at it now. I don't see the rush. You know what I mean? I just want him to sort of have a good few fights, build himself up, and then be ready. You know, because he's got a new trainer. I want him to get him to know his trainer, not change. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, he's been with it. By the time he has this fight, he'd be with it. I know it's not long, but he'd be with training about 5 months. I mean, and they'll continue.
It's the fight. You learn more about a fighter, a trainer, when he fights different opponents. Yeah, because what you do in the gym, it's only in the fight you get you get to try and do the stuff you're learning. And sometimes the boxer's instinct takes over, where he's the boss of the ring and he's thinking, "Hang on here, I've got to get this good out of it. I've got to do it my way." And then in the second fight, that's when you get more used to the methods that you've been working in training. And I think that's the thing. It's like footy. You can train as much on tactics, formations, but in the real thing, you're going to have the opponents who are going to be equally well drilled in the tactics, defensively and in attack. And same with boxers. They'll, you know, you learn all these new things in boxing and says, "Yeah, he's taught me a lot." Well, your opponent's been taught a lot as well.
I mean, it seems like you give Dillian White like still chance in boxing, and to me,
I'm not giving up my Dillian. I'm not giving up with him.
If you give Dillian White a chance and he's never been a title holder, like, I don't know how you can be like, "Oh, AJ's on the last chance saloon." That means if AJ's on the last chance saloon, Dillian White should have been buried ashes to ashes.
But you think about it. The reason why you look at it is because of the fight. It's the people he has to take to get the title. Usyk. We look at the Usyk thing, and you know,
he doesn't have to fight Usyk.
Maybe not. But if Usyk beats Tyson Fury, and he gets past
retire, he said that. Remember, Usyk said, "Maybe so. Fight Fury, and then I will retire. That's all I want to do." So the belt.
Let's assume he doesn't. Let's assume that he's like Tyson Fury, and he's all that.
fight Usyk. There's Joe Joyce that might take the belt.
All right. Joe, Usyk beats Joe Joyce. He beats Tyson Fury. The next fight, then AJ's got to get those titles back from the guy he's lost twice to.
So what? That's what he's in boxing for. He's not here to be protected. He's never protected his whole career. He's gone through the mills. He's gone through all of most of them fighters, and most of them fighters really beat them in the Amis anyway as well. I know there's a difference of Amis and pros, but he's beaten them in the Amis. They're not no new style to him.
No, I know, but
the newest style to him was an Usyk, and he went 24 rounds. So that was a new style that he added. A Joe Joyce isn't a new style for it. You outbox a Joe Joyce anyway. He outboxed him. In the amateurs.
Joe Joyce is a different fighter from when they fought in the amateurs. He's a lot better than we give him credit for.
I still think Usyk will beat Joe Joyce now, and that was in the amateurs as well. Usyk will still beat Joe Joyce in the pros because of the style matchup. It's just the style matchup. But I mean, like to say because your favorite fighter is Dillian White and he's still got he beats AJ, and then he's never
No. I never said he beats AJ. I said it's a dangerous fight for AJ. I never said he beats AJ. I said it's a dangerous fight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Any fight against a heavyweight is dangerous.
That's what I mean.
I don't like that people say that about him per se, because they're all dangerous. Like they make it like he's scary or scared to take the. I'm not saying you.
Dillian White. Why is it not a dangerous fight for him?
What's that?
Why is it not a dangerous fight for Dillian White?
What, against AJ? Of course, it's a dangerous fight against AJ.
Yeah, this is what we're saying. People always, when AJ matches up with someone, people always say, "Oh, this is a dangerous fight for AJ." No, it's a dangerous fucking fight for the other person, because the laws of averages say that AJ knocks out 8 out of 10 fighters. So
AJ's fallible. That's what I say.
It's more dangerous for them than it is for AJ. I wish people would stop always saying it's a dangerous fight for AJ. It's a dangerous fight for them.
They weren't saying that before he lost his first fight.
Before
he lost his first fight, he was infallible. But since he's been infallible, they're going to say that. And
after his first fight, losing his first fight, and he outboxed Andrew Ruiz. The fight that he had afterwards, he knocked the guy out.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's happened over the years with a lot of boxers, though. Remember back in the day. I remember in the 80s. Mike Tyson was infallible. Then all of a sudden he became people started doubting him. The same with Nigel Benn, the Dyke Destroyer. We thought he was our British Mike Tyson, and then when he lost to Watson, then we started having doubts. And I think it's natural for opponents to have doubts.
Yeah, it's fine for people to have doubts, but it just seems that people put on a different standard for AJ every single time. I heard it was a dangerous fight when he was going to fight Klitschko, and he's not going to beat.
I had him winning that, by the way.
He's not going to beat him. He's not going to beat him. He beat him on his 17th fight. His 17th fight. Which fighter beats? Come on. He's not going to beat. Povetkin. He won't beat him. He won't beat him. He beat him. Who else was in the list? Carlos Takam is a late stand-in. Nah, you won't beat him. Like, not this point in this. He beat him. Dominic Brazil. That guy, he's undefeated. He may not be that fundamentally, but he's a beast. AJ's not going to beat him. What happened? He beat him. Everyone that you say he's not going to beat, he beats. Because 8 out of 10, we do the maths. 8 out of 10 motherfuckers he knocks out. So I can't then go on the 20% and go, well, you know what, he probably won't. No, because we've got maths that let me just run this blood clot thing. Let me run it. Let me run it again. Yeah.
Facts matter. So if we're going to have a conversation, we have to agree that there's some things that are just true. Facts and data matter.
Thank you.
Computer, establish a security code for access to all functions previously transferred to bridge.
Enter code.
173467321 Charlie 32 789777 643 Tango 732 Victor 731178888 732 476789764376.
I don't hear nothing.
Security code intact for all specified inquiries and orders.
Facts, stats, and data matter. So 8 out of 10 times AJ knocks people out. Even after his first loss, he went on to achieve a knockout. So I'm not going with anything else than what we do with equations in maths. It's a higher ratio that he does knock people out than he doesn't. So when we say it's a dangerous fight for AJ, yeah, but it's a more dangerous fight for this guy because the laws of averages say that you're looking to you're going to be knocked out. That's just what the maths add up. Anybody want to refute that? They can. But yeah, it's a bit annoying when a faded fighter like Dillian Whyte has got like everyone's like, well, Dillian Whyte you should avoid Dillian Whyte because it's a dangerous fight. How, Sway? You already beat him up and completely told him good night, buenas noches 6 years ago. At when Dillian Whyte was undefeated and in his thing. Dillian Whyte has gone on to do amazing stuff. I've said that. But in the grand scheme of things, Ken, that you always say there's levels to this shit. Dillian Whyte, the facts is he's never been a world title holder. He's had an interim belt, and he's never been a world beater. And the people that he's fought after AJ, some of them he got knocked out by one of them, clean cold. So you know, if Dillian Whyte, in your opinion, is still in the race, then AJ has won the race in the Buddhism.
He hasn't won it yet because he's got to get his title.
Do you know why he's won the race? You know why he's won the race? Because he's been 2-time unified heavyweight champion. Dillian Whyte's never even been one belt champion.
AJ's
one belt. What belt has Dillian Whyte had?
He's going to get his titles back.
What belt has he had? Dillian
Doesn't
Whyte.
matter what belt Dillian Whyte's AJ's to get his belts back.
No, I won't let you do it. I love you. I won't let you do it. You just said there's levels to this shit.
I know there's levels to this shit, but
so what level is Dillian Whyte at?
Dillian Whyte's below world level because he hasn't won a title. But AJ's world level.
AJ has been above world level. He's been above. He's been out of all of the fighters that we've had at the minute in this era. He's been the only person. Tyson Fury, as much as people want to say it's the same era, he's not the same era. He was a pro 5 years before AJ.
Yeah, of course,
AJ's the only at the minute been the unified champion, heavyweight champion.
Yes, true.
Deontay Wilder was never a unified champion. He had one belt for 5 years. So, yes, AJ, in that regards, has won. There's levels to this shit. Dillian Whyte has never been on that level. He's never been.
We're not saying Dillian Whyte and AJ is the same level. What we're saying is we want AJ to retain his title.
He's nobody to avoid, is my whole point. Dillian Whyte is nobody to avoid. That's why they said, fuck him, we'll do him second. He had his go, we'll do him second, we'll fight the guy that gave him a run, because that, even to this day, there's still people saying that Dillian Whyte didn't win the Franklin fight. So I guess AJ wants to go in there, and that's why I said he doesn't want to do a comfy points decision like what Whyte does. He needs to go and knock him out. And you're like, well, you know, we ain't really seen. No, the laws of averages that says AJ knocks out 8 out of 10 people. So why is everybody decide to jump on the side of, oh, he might not knock him out? Well, if we're going to the bookies, AJ's the favourite to knock him out.
Of course they are. Of course they're going to say it. But, you know, anything in that boxes, law of averages doesn't count for anything.
Doesn't always count, but the bookies go with numbers, and everybody and the world's run by numbers. If you win in a football game, only after
your fact, it's run by numbers. It's only after your fact and after the fighter's hand is raised. That's all.
Yeah, I know there's upsets, and but all I'm saying is how you predict stuff is because you use facts, stats, and data.
Of course you do. Yeah, of course you do.
Yeah, so I can't discount. I can't say a fighter that's on the slide that's 35 years old, a la Dillian Whyte, who looked very unimpressive, doesn't keep his weight down, hasn't looked impressive for the last, I would say, 4 fights. Let's have it right. Has to be avoided by an Anthony Joshua, a golden Olympian, 2-time unified heavyweight champion of the world, that already knocked him out. Stark cold. Don't see it. So I know people want to go with that because, you know, they don't, not saying you can, but their dislike for AJ. Oh, this fight's going to be one of his toughest fights. I see people thinking that, you know, Jermaine Franklin, well, anybody can knock anybody out from 200 pounds upwards. We get it.